What the hell was all that about? Where do you think you're going? Where do you get the nerve to disrespect my father on his funeral day? What type of wife are you in the first place?
Leave me alone, Jake. I don't want to hear anything from you right now.
Excuse me, you aren't in a position to tell me to buzz off. I need an explanation now. Why the hell did you run off from the funeral? You caused a scene in front of everyone. They're all talking about you.
Jake, I really don't need this now. Just leave me alone for today. Just grieve your father's death on your own. I don't want to be bothered.
Honestly, you are something, you know that? What am I meant to tell everyone here? Look, I might put aside how disrespectful you were if you just tell me what happened.
Fine. So you really want to know what happened?
Of course! How many times do I have to say it?
It's that old hag of a mother of yours. I can't stand the garbage spitting out of her mouth.
Old hag? Don't talk about my mother that way.
After the things she said to me, I'll call her whatever the hell I want. She should have a taste of her own medicine.
You don't have the right. Especially on my father's funeral day. You're disrespecting me, my mother, and also my father. You realize that, don't you?
I respected your father, and I didn't want to leave him that way. Believe me, if I could have avoided this, I would. But she really has pushed me to the limit today. I'm not going to just sit there and take that type of abuse from her.
What you're saying doesn't sound anything like her at all. This is so hard to believe. I know my mother, and I've seen you two together. I can't imagine her saying anything to hurt you.
Not everything is as it seems on the surface. I think your mother has secretly despised me.
What makes you say something like that?
Well, up until your father died, things were smooth sailing. We weren't as close as two peas in a pod, but we were definitely on good terms. Now that he's died, I think she finally has the means to speak about her true feelings to me. Your father must have been some sort of guardian against her.
This is too outrageous for me to believe. Regardless of what's been told to you, don't you think it's your duty to be there at my father's funeral? Put aside however you feel for just one day. Sometimes bad things happen, but we still have to do what we have to do.
Sorry, today is out of the question. If I see her face again today, I have no idea what I'll do. Trust me, if you're worried about your dad being disrespected today, I wouldn't want me to be there unleashing terror.
If you say so. None of this is making any sense to me, though. Can you at least tell me what she said to you?
Look, I'm not in the mood to talk about this right now. Don't you have something better to do? What is everyone doing right now?
The funeral is finished and we've come back home for a feed and a chance to reminisce about my father. Why don't you settle down and come back?
No. Sorry, today isn't happening. And look, you have to be host. Your father isn't around to take care of everyone, so now you're the one that should be leading that party. It's best for both of us if we don't bother each other. We can talk about the incident later. Just go and enjoy the festivities for now. Took me a while, but I managed to shake free of my husband's clutches. My name is Emily. I'm 43 years old and I've been married to my husband for about 10 years now. We have an adorable little son by the name of Tim, who's now 7 years old. I've always gotten along with Jake and his family. His mom and dad have always treated me like family. Probably even more so than they treated Jake. Not even my own father treats me the way he did. The interaction between Jake's mother and I happened right before his dad was going to get cremated. During the funeral, Jake's mother didn't take his death well. She suddenly collapsed from the pressure and was sent to another room to recover. She said she didn't want to be crowded around by lots of people, so I decided to text her instead. When I did that, she had something very interesting to tell me. Harley, are you okay? You gave everyone quite the shock just now. Do you need a water or anything? I know you said you didn't want anyone to bother you, but I had to at least text you. Just let me know you're fine. I know we're in the middle of the funeral, but I'll prioritize your safety over that. I can't lose you as well as Jake's father.
Emily, you're such a sweet girl. Thank you for messaging me. I'll be all right. With all that's happening lately, the stress has finally gotten to me. I need to tell you that boy is honestly wasted on someone like you. I can't keep what happened the other day in the dark. He's pulled the curtains over your eyes. Don't fall for that man.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you saying Jake's up to something?
I can't believe he's tricked you all this time. He's taken your sincerity for granted. I know this will be hard to hear, but I have to do it. As your mother-in-law and someone that cares about you, I can't be silent about this. If I do, it's going to play on my conscience later. That man has been seeing a girl.
Interesting. So you're saying he's been cheating on me?
You have to believe me. I wouldn't lie about something like this.
I find it interesting that Jake would cheat on me after all these years. You would think that we consolidated our love for each other.
I know it's hard to hear, but you have to believe me. Look, I'll tell you what happened. This all happened a couple of nights ago. Jake came to talk to me about his inheritance of his father's money.
It's not just Jake's money, though. That's also being split with you, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. That's exactly why he came to me. That's when he let out the truth. He figured this would be a good time to finally get away with his woman. He threatened that if I didn't give him my share of the inheritance, he would leave you and Tim penniless.
He's actually thinking of ditching us? Why would he do that to his own son?
I don't know where this is coming from. I can assure you I didn't raise him to be this type of man. He filled out the papers to nullify my inheritance. All I had to do was sign. If I did that, he promised to not leave you two in a ditch. There would still be a chance you and Tim would make it out with just the two of you.
You did the right thing, right?
Of course I did. Don't worry. I signed the papers and you'll be getting child support from him. I won't leave you two financially unsupported on your own. Are you kidding right now? Why did you do that? What do you mean? This is the best outcome for you. Tim just started school and things are going to get quite expensive from this point on. How do you plan on supporting him if it's just you? You need my son's money.
Harley, it seems you don't know me at all.
I'm a fighter. I've overcome hurdles like this my whole life. I won't let some low, selfish pile of dung like my husband get away with something like this. I'll make sure he'll pay. I can guarantee you that much. I will do anything in my power to make sure he doesn't get away.
All the while properly raising my son.
How do you plan on doing that?
I don't care what he told you. The law is the law. Whether or not he gets the inheritance from you, he still has to pay me. Not only that, but I hope he doesn't think he'll be getting our assets as well. I'll fight him in court for who should own what. The house, for instance. There's no way he's getting that.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you had that much vigor in you. I thought you would be better off this way. I really regret signing that paper now. I spent my whole life with my husband. I'm not getting a penny from it. Not only that, but now it's being used for my son to do these wicked things. I couldn't imagine he would do something like this. His father would be ashamed.
No, we aren't going to let that happen. I have a plan. Do you think he's already submitted the papers?
I doubt it. He only asked me a couple of days ago. He would not have time to submit them. He's probably hiding it somewhere in the house. What do you plan on doing?
Doing what I have to. I'm going to burn those papers. Now, better than later.
You can't do that! The cremation is about to start. Think about your father-in-law. It's a special day. You only get this once.
I know the type of man my father-in-law was. I know his values and what he respects. I can tell you right now that he would not respect the decision his son has just made. I know he would be sad I wasn't there today, but he would be even more sad if I let his son get away with this.
You
You have a point. But if you suddenly start to go missing, people are going to start asking questions. That's true. I'm going to need your help on that one. If Jake chases me up on it, I'll say that you and I had some beef together. Can I rely on you to make up a good story? I don't know, Emily. I'm not like my son. I'm not that good of a liar. I'll do my best, though. You hurry along and burn those papers. I'll handle things on this front. Thanks, Harley. I really appreciate it. By the way, he used to hide things under his bed when he was a child. I'd say it's a fair bet that that's where he's put the papers. Oh, thanks. That would be the first place I'll check. I'll give you an update on how things are going.
Boy, oh boy, what a night. For such a gloomy day, my relatives really like to liven up when the alcohol hits them. I'm feeling a little bit tipsy myself.
I didn't expect you to be out there enjoying yourself after telling me off. Wasn't this the day to respect your father passing away?
I mean, yes, it is. But come on, you have to get over it at some point. I'm sure he wouldn't want me crying about it every day. Anyway, I have something I need to talk to you about tomorrow.
If it's what happened between me and your mother, don't worry about it. I've gotten over it.
What are you talking about? Yes, that. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad we can look past it. No, it's something else.
You don't need to tell me. I already know. It's about this woman you've had in tow for the past 4 years.
Say what now?
Don't play stupid with me. It just makes you look worse. Just admit what you were up to.
Honestly, you are on fire today. What is wrong with you? You need to calm down. I'm not doing anything. What is it exactly that you think I'm up to?
I don't need to spell it out for you. Do you plan on ditching me for some young airhead? Leaving your son, too?
Hey, Emily, listen.
Not only that, but you actually threatened your mother for the inheritance. How low can you get? Is this really how you respect your father's memory?
How long have you known? I've made sure that I didn't leave any cracks. There should be no way you found out about this.
Jake, we've been married for a long time. Oddities in our relationship stick out. It was so coincidental. 4 years ago, you suddenly weren't able to go on the summer trip that we do every year. You gave some lame excuse that work gets very busy at that time of year. But I already know it never gets busy that time of year. Tim and I went on our holiday, just the two of us. Afterwards, I looked for clues around our house of you being mischievous. I find it very interesting that when I slept that night, there was this lovely peach-like aroma that I've never smelled before.
So what? What is that meant to mean? What if I was just aiming for that type of musk? It doesn't mean I had someone here.
Jake, there's days where you don't even shower. Don't try and act like you have some sort of passion for cleanliness. Besides, I found red underwear in your drawer that doesn't belong to you nor me. That's all the evidence I need.
Well, good for you then, honey. You were bound to find out about it sooner or later. So yes, you were right. I was going to talk to you about the divorce tomorrow. Nothing changes.
I didn't realize dimwits come in your size.
What is that supposed to mean?
Do you even realize how careless your actions have been so far? The document that you got your mother to sign is invalid. I found it wedged in a porno mag underneath your bed. What are you, 13?
Don't you judge me. Besides, that is a legal and binding document.
That was made under duress. You threatened her with it. She didn't sign that of her own will.
You really do think you're smart, don't you, Emily? It's fine. I've prepared for this type of situation. I took extra steps to forge my father's will. The old one is now irrelevant. I burnt it. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yep. And not only have you committed a crime, you have also forfeited your own inheritance. Congratulations! Honestly, you prove by the minute just how much of a dimwit you are. Have you been endeavoring on any other stupid escapades?
What do you mean forfeited my own inheritance?
I'm not the smartest girl in the world, but I do come across bits and pieces of information. As I was cleaning the other day, there was a program on TV for just this type of situation. On that program, it said if anyone that was in the will tries to tamper it any further, they would forfeit any possession they would have had in that will.
You have to be kidding me right now. So I'm not getting any of that money?
Bingo! Not only that, but I'd say there's a fair chance that you're off to prison now. Goodbye, family. Goodbye, money. Maybe even goodbye to that girl.
There's no maybe on that front. There's no way she's going to stick around me now. I've been extremely extravagant these past 4 years. I knew Dad was about to kick it. It was only a matter of time until I got that money. I racked up a large loan to compensate for our purchases. I bought her the best that you could buy.
Now you have no money to pay that loan back. Good for you, buddy.
If I'm out of the will, that means my mother is getting everything. Emily, you have to convince her. I'm her son, for Christ's sake. She doesn't want to see me suffer.
You've got the wrong impression, boyo. Your mother isn't on your side anymore. She's gravely disappointed in you. Your mother, myself, and your child no longer need you. The 3 of us are going to live together.
Hey, are you forgetting whose family that is in the first place? That's my mother, not yours.
Which just goes to show how devious of an act you committed. If your own mother is going to disown you, that really shows how bad of a person you are. I'm done talking to you now, Jake. Enjoy having everyone leave you. After hearing what happened with his father, Tim helped me take his father's possessions outside. We managed to get everything out in time before his dad got home. It was a rainy night and he was soaking wet. He was banging on our door for 30 minutes to let him in, but we weren't responsive. With only one place left to go, he decided to see the woman he's been cheating on me with. As you can expect, she gave him the cold shoulder and they broke up that night. We never pushed for charges on Jake. We figured if he was in prison, there'd be no way he could pay the child support. We let him free on his own. Which sounds good for him, but it actually turned out to be the exact opposite. He is still continuing his job at his company, but is also working a second job during the night. Jake's daily routine consists of waking up, working, going to his second work, and then going back to sleep. What little time he gets for food is probably during the breaks in his second job. The last time I saw him, he was exceptionally skinny, barely recognizable to what I remember of him before. As for myself, my son, and my mother-in-law, we're all living happily together. It took time to get over the death of my father-in-law. With such great support for each other, we managed to bounce back higher. While my son is missing his father, I'm sure he has a bright future ahead of him. With the financial support and the love from his family, I'm sure he is going to go far. All I have to do is make sure he doesn't turn out like his father. Are you finally dead? Chris, please don't say things like that. Thankfully, it's not that serious. Oh, is that so? Shame. The doctor said it was just due to stress. I'll be back home soon. Oh, that's disappointing. I thought it was something more serious. As heartless as always, I see. You shouldn't be wishing people's illnesses were worse than they are. You should when they bring it upon themselves as you have. All you do is sit and play on that computer of yours all day. It was only a matter of time until your body suffered the consequences of your slovenly lifestyle. I've told you before, I'm not playing on my computer. I'm working. You can see money coming in, so it shouldn't be that hard to comprehend. Can you really call something a job when it brings in as much as a kid gets for pocket money? You don't even know how much I'm making, so how can you say that so confidently? I'd still bet anything on that being the case. A real job requires going out into the real world. Staying cooped up at home all day in sweatpants can hardly be called work. It's an insult to people with actual jobs. What century did you get that pearl of wisdom from? Because it can't be this one. People working remotely isn't particularly unusual or rare these days.
Shut up! Whatever you're doing isn't real work. Say what you want, but I know that much. I'm not an idiot.
It's pointless trying to reason with you. In any case, I'll be out of the hospital and back home soon. When I get home, I'll try and explain my work to you if you're interested.
That won't be necessary. Whether you're out of the hospital or not, you're not getting back into this house.
Excuse me?
While you were over there, I had the locks changed. So you can go ahead and live in that hospital for good. Maybe they can rent you that room.
You can't be serious.
You must be out of your mind. Why would you do something like that? Isn't that much obvious? Because I don't want you here. That's why. You brought this on yourself. You should have never stolen my son from me.
What are you talking about? Shane was the one who proposed to me, remember?
Because you went out of your way to seduce that poor boy. That's why. I can't believe he got trapped in a marriage with such a tacky woman. Just because she showed him some attention. I really feel sorry for him.
I don't know what made you suddenly turn on me like this. You and the rest of your family had no problems with us being together at first.
That was only because Shane's father, may he rest in peace, somehow convinced everyone to. As his wife, it's not my place to go against my husband. So I just bit my tongue and put up with you.
So when he passed away, and Shane had to work abroad for a while, you showed your true colors, huh? Is that how it is? And here I thought we were getting along so well when I first moved in.
I had no choice. Shane is too nice for his own good. If I told you what you actually needed to hear, he'd just stick up for you blindly. Even if I was obviously in the right. He'll thank me for this one day. Since he's not living here right now, I can give you what you deserve. This is my house.
What do you expect to come of this exactly? Do you think I'll just leave Shane now? When I tell him how you've been picking on me since he left and how you've even changed the locks now, you know he's not going to be happy, right?
It's just my word against yours, right? You're the only one who thinks I've been picking on you.
It's the truth, though, right?
I'll tell him his wife is the one who's been picking on me. He'll definitely believe me over you. I've known him far longer, after all.
You'd really lie to your son pretty easily, I see.
Like I said, it's for his own good. You can just go ahead and stay in that hospital bed forever. Don't you dare step foot in my house again.
My name is Ingrid. I'm 32 years old, and I work remotely. My husband is a researcher and is currently living at the North Pole for an expedition, which could last a while. So right now, it's just me and his mother living together. When her husband passed away, she asked if she could live with us since she was lonely. She was perfectly fine when my husband and her son, Shane, was still living with us. But as soon as he left for the North Pole, she suddenly changed. She's been really judgmental and horrible to me ever since. I'll cook for her as well as myself every day, but she often tells me my cooking is terrible and to make her something else. Or she'll demand I clean the house more thoroughly, even though I'm the only one doing any housekeeping at all. Rather than trying to argue with her, it's much easier to just give her what she wants, which in turn makes her all the more confident to make more demands. Eventually, I reached my limit. I was completely exhausted, both physically and mentally. So one day, I suddenly collapsed with really bad stomach pain. When I went to the hospital, I was told I had a stress-induced stomach ulcer. I was quite worried about leaving my things in the house with Chris while I was in the hospital. So before I left for the hospital, I gathered all my most important things and locked them in a box at the back of my closet. But I never would have imagined she would have the locks changed and try to kick me out altogether. And little did I know, the worst was yet to come. Where are you? How about you stop with the childish games and respond already? You've caused a lot of people trouble, you know. Oh, and what exactly is this about? Don't play dumb. You just poured beer on my head, didn't you? Oh, don't exaggerate. I just slipped and spilled a little, that's all. I've really been turning into quite the klutz as I've gotten older. Please don't lie. If you slipped, it wouldn't have landed right on my head now, would it? It's completely ruined my hair. Do you have any idea how long it's gonna take me to wash out? That's really too bad. Make sure you wash it thoroughly. Why are you acting as if it has nothing to do with you? Are you not even gonna apologize? Also, what was with that box you left in my hospital room this morning? And what exactly is your problem with that? It's a hospital gift. In what world can you call that a gift? It was a tank of insects? Don't you think they're cute? They reminded me of you, and I thought you might like the company. Why not try keeping them as pets? It's not funny. I was obviously startled when I realized what it was and I dropped the box. There were sick kids nearby too, and it really scared a lot of them. There was a lot of screaming and crying. With the help of the hospital staff, we managed to collect them all and clean everything up. But it was a real nightmare. I was humiliated. All I could do was apologize over and over again. Why would you do such a thing? Hey, how was I supposed to know my thoughtful present would be so badly received? Don't throw my goodwill back in my face like this. You can't call something like that a present, and you know it. So stop acting innocent. I don't know what's gotten into you. What kind of drugs are they giving you to make you so aggressive and paranoid? Speaking of drugs, don't you think you went a little too far messing with my medicine like that? The box of insects was bad enough, but going so far as to mess with my medication? I don't know what you're talking about. These accusations of yours just keep getting wilder and wilder, don't they? You really do have some imagination. When I went to take my medicine, I noticed they'd been replaced with something else. You're the only one I can think of who had access to them and would do something like that. You replaced them, didn't you? Oh, right. I almost forgot. So I'm guessing that means you never took them. That's disappointing. I thought maybe you'd pass away a little earlier if you took the wrong medicine. Go figure. That was why you were snooping around looking for my medicine. So, where did you get that medicine from? I stole it from another room. You what? Some guy in another room was asleep, so it was pretty easy to steal his medicine. It's kind of anticlimactic to be found out so easily, though. What a letdown. I was looking forward to seeing what this random medicine would do to you. Anticlimactic? You know what you did is just a blatant crime, right? What room did you steal that medicine from? Who cares? Why would I remember something like that? I just popped into a random room. How can you act so flippant? Forget about me. That poor person could have really needed this medicine, you know? You don't know how serious their illness is, or how readily available this medicine is, do you? You really do like to make mountains out of molehills, don't you? He seemed fine. He was sleeping peacefully, and he was pretty young anyway. He'll live. He probably didn't have cancer or anything. You're not a doctor. Your assumption is irrelevant. Whatever way you look at it, you've really gone too far this time. Oh, shut up, will you? If something did happen to him, it would be your fault anyway. For having such a lame illness yourself. What does my illness have to do with it? I wouldn't have had to swap your medicine out if you had just gotten a life-threatening illness yourself. I thought I could finally be rid of you when you were sent to the hospital. How can you keep saying things like that to me? What have I ever done to you? You've done more than enough to deserve what I said. By stealing my son. After my husband died, I wanted to live with my son. Not some random woman. Me and Shane would be perfectly happy living together. So you should go ahead and disappear already. We don't need you. So cruel. Good luck finding somewhere to stay when you get out. But don't stress too much. You'll probably be back in the hospital soon enough anyway. Ingrid! Answer me at once! What is it, Chris? What are you getting so worked up about this time? I just got off the phone with Shane. What is all of this about selling the house? All of his bags are packed, too. He hung up without explaining a thing to me. Oh, is that so? None of my calls are getting through either. And all of my messages aren't even being marked as read. It looks like he blocked me. Do you have any idea what's going on? What more do you want to know? That's basically all there is to it. Excuse me! You can't live there anymore. So pack your bags and get out. What is the meaning of this? This is Shane's house, isn't it? Why would he be making his own mother leave? It isn't Shane's house. That house belongs to me. And I've decided to sell it. Huh! As if I'd believe something like that. Enough with your childish jokes already. You really aren't funny. I'm not joking. It's my house and I can do what I want with it. Don't be ridiculous. As if someone who wastes their days away stuck in their room would be able to afford a house. I'm a pretty successful web designer, so I make a decent salary, actually. Not that I really care if you understand anymore. Web designer? This is the first I've heard of anything like that. You're just making things up now. No, I'm not. You never even asked what my job was. I offered to explain it to you countless times, but you always brushed me off. This can't be real. Well, it is. I bought the house without any loans either, by the way. And now I'm selling it. You always just assumed it was Shane, so I didn't bother correcting you. So the two of you are making a fool of me all this time! Were you laughing at me behind my back? Don't feel sorry for yourself. You're the one who just made assumptions based on nothing. And by the way, Shane knows all about how you've been treating me all this time. Huh? What have you told him? And since when? I only told him about 5 days ago. I never wanted to worry him with this petty nonsense while he was working so hard. But now that I've given up trying to get along with you, I thought I may as well tell him. Since it isn't really a problem anymore. You know? Since we won't need to see each other anymore once you leave my house. If you didn't want to trouble him, then you should have kept your mouth shut! I reached my limit. My patience only goes so far. Getting other people involved was the last straw. So I sent him screenshots of what you've been saying to me, and pictures of the stolen medicine, too. Oh, and I recorded video, too, of you being horrible in real life. So you can't try and lie about fake screenshots. He can understand why you've left me no choice but to sell the house and move me and him to a new place. When did you record me? How could I not have noticed? Shane was really surprised at first, since you never show your true colors when he's around. But with all the evidence, it was clear as day what was going on. I can't believe this. He also told me about how when we were still just engaged, you kept telling him it was way too soon for him to get married. Can you blame me? He was gonna get married and abandon his poor old mother. You really are an overbearing mother. Anyway, in the end, he left it to me to choose a new place for us to live in. So I'll be moving all of our stuff over there. I can work from anywhere, so I'll be moving us closer to Shane's U.S. laboratory. What am I supposed to do? I've already sold our old house. I don't have anywhere to go back to. Even after everything you did, I was willing to just rent the house to you. But Shane told me we'd be better off cutting you off entirely. He was even angrier than me about how you've treated me. And he didn't trust you to take care of the house or pay rent on time if you knew I was the owner. So he said it would be better to just sell the house and leave you to figure things out on your own.
Shane said that? I can't believe it. He's really abandoning his own mother.
Are you really surprised? I've given you so many chances, but you've always taken every opportunity to make my life miserable. No self-respecting man would just let his mother get away with treating his wife like that. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention. Do you remember how you stole medicine from a stranger? So you could swap it with my medicine? I managed to track him down from the information on the container's label. I told him about how you stole his medicine, and he's actually suing you.
He's what?
Can you blame him? What you did was a really serious offense. He was actually quite seriously ill. I don't think you realize the gravity of what you did to him. Stealing something as valuable as medication is obviously a big deal. That should be common sense.
Don't lie to me. He looked fine to me. And he was sleeping like a baby. There's no way that man was seriously ill. This time you're definitely lying. You're just trying to scare me, aren't you?
I'm not like you. I wouldn't lie about something so serious. He has a really serious illness, and that medication isn't exactly common enough for the hospital to just have it lying around. He had to go to the ICU after he wasn't able to take his medication on time. Do you understand how serious this is yet? You'll be lucky if you don't serve jail time for this.
But he survived, right? If he was okay after leaving the ICU, it's all fine, isn't it? What's the point in suing me?
No thanks to you. He could have actually died. Of course he's gonna sue you.
But how was I supposed to know the medicine was so important?
After I reported what you did, the hospital checked their CCTV footage. There's more than enough evidence to prove you're guilty.
I can't believe I'm being sued over something like this.
You better start believing it. And you better start gathering your savings, since you're gonna be paying quite a lot.
Ingrid, I'm sorry, okay? I realize now that I should have never treated you the way I did. I'm really so sorry for everything up until now. I regret it from the bottom of my heart.
And why are you saying this all of a sudden?
I'm begging you! Help me! I don't have any savings. I spent all of the inheritance my husband left me on clothes and traveling. I can't pay that guy's medical bills. Please help me.
No can do.
Why not? Please don't be like that. I'll do whatever you want.
Of course you're sorry now. Now that you're finally facing the consequences of your own actions. You really have some nerve. Asking me to help you when the reason you stole that medicine in the first place was to try and poison me.
That's why I'm apologizing. I'll really do whatever you want. I'll get on my knees and beg if that's what it takes. So please, don't abandon me. Help me.
There's really no need for that. You brought all of this on yourself. So you can find a way to deal with it yourself too. You made your bed. Now lie in it.
Please, don't be like that. I had no idea things would get like this. What am I supposed to do?
After that, Chris was sued by that patient and ended up having to pay a huge settlement, which shouldn't really come as a surprise to anyone. After I sold the house we were living in, she begged a lot of other family members to let her stay with them. But it turns out I wasn't the only one she behaved like that with. She had burned a lot of other bridges already. So in the end, she ended up renting a really cheap old apartment by herself. The last I heard, she was working a few part-time jobs trying to make ends meet, while a significant chunk of her earnings was going towards paying off the lawsuit. So she's basically been living in poverty. Meanwhile, Shane and I have bought a nice new apartment near his US laboratory, and we've been living in bliss ever since he got back from the North Pole. And on top of that, I have successfully gotten pregnant. We're both really excited to welcome the newest member of our little family.
You've called like a million times. Like, can I help you? It's kind of really annoying.
You cheated on me, didn't you?
Excuse me?
That's the only explanation I can come up with as to why you're not home this late at night. You must be cheating on me.
Oh, you came back home early? I thought you had to work overnight and wouldn't be home until the morning.
I came back home for a minute because I left some paperwork I needed, not that it matters. And what do I find? An empty house and all of your makeup and stuff is scattered on the table. Where the hell did you go this late at night all dressed up?
You're crazy. An old acquaintance of mine asked to meet up, so I just put on a little makeup to go to dinner with them. Plus, it's the weekend. I should be able to go out if I want to. I can't believe you would even try to suggest that I was cheating on you.
Oh, please, I saw your text messages.
You what now?
I saw a text that said, "My husband's out until the morning, so we can have some fun until then too, XO. Now, does that seem the kind of text you would send to an acquaintance you haven't seen in a long time?
What the hell? I literally have my phone in my hand. How in the world are you able to read my messages? It shouldn't be possible.
I just logged into your account on the laptop. Everything was backed up so I could see it all.
How dare you? That is a violation of my privacy.
Need I remind you that you are the one who gave me your own password? Remember, you said, feel free to check my account anytime you think I'm cheating on you. So it's your own fault, really.
Well, that was because I never thought you'd actually use the password and read anything on there. You suck.
That is so rich coming from you. I'm not the one who's cheating on their spouse.
Don't go jumping to conclusions so quickly. It's just a conversation between me and one of my girlfriends. That's just how we talk to each other.
Yeah, right. The name on the contact is literally Ken, and all the words he's using are masculine. No woman talks like that. I should know. Do you really think you're going to be able to talk your way out of this? Good luck.
Oh, this is so annoying.
So, you actually admit it? You were cheating on me, weren't you?
I was literally enjoying myself on my date, and then you have to come and ruin it. Like, can you please not?
Are you really trying to make yourself out to be some kind of victim here?
Well, you're the one who said in our wedding vows that you would always do whatever to make sure that I was happy, right? So all I'm doing is simply holding you to that promise.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, all I'm saying is that this is what is making me happy, using your money to go out and have fun with my boyfriend. After all, that is when I feel the happiest. I'm only doing what you want me to, really, and you're just trying to ruin that.
I can't believe that you would do something like this. I don't even know who you are anymore.
Whatever. Oh, by the way, have you been in the bathroom recently?
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I left a pregnancy test in there before I left. But don't worry, it's definitely not yours. I was planning on surprising Ken with it on our date this afternoon and totally forgot it at home.
What the hell?
Would you mind taking a quick look at it for me?
You left it on the sink and it's positive. Well, since we haven't slept together in a while, I'm guessing it's your boyfriend's like you thought.
Yeah, I said that. Keep up.
Do you even realize how terrible everything you've done is? You betrayed my trust.
Okay, so I cheated on you a little bit and got pregnant. So what? Get over it.
You do realize I'm divorcing you, right?
Oh, you really shouldn't have said that.
What are you talking about?
Just that you might come to regret it is all.
Oh, stop joking around. I'm serious. We are getting a divorce. I'll call my lawyer tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's really how you want to play this? I see.
I thought you'd at least be a little happy about this. At least now you can actually go and marry that boyfriend of yours.
Yeah, but if I did that, then I wouldn't have access to your money anymore, and I can't have that. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ken does earn a good amount of money too, but he doesn't have the best spending habits.
In what world would I ever want to stay married to you after you've admitted all of this to me? Did you hit your head or something? Because you are so delusional. We're getting divorced, end of story.
Now wait a damn minute. I think we should talk about this. It would be the more mature thing to do. I'll be back tomorrow evening so we can talk then.
What is there to talk about? I have nothing to say to you.
Before you go on making decisions that you'll regret, just think about it. We can talk about it tomorrow.
I'm Sean. I'm 40 years old. I married my wife Natalie around 3 years ago. When this beautiful woman who was 10 years my junior approached me and asked me out, I thought there is no way she wants to be with an old man like me. I really thought that Natalie loved me. Come to find out, she just wanted to be with me for my money. I couldn't believe it when I found out. I mean, sure, our marriage has never been super amazing, maybe even a little on the boring side, but I never thought that it would come to this. Despite the way our marriage has been, I truly never thought that Natalie would go behind my back and cheat on me. The only thing I can think to do now is divorce her. I really don't see myself being able to get past this. And that truly was my plan, but when I find out who the person my wife has been cheating on me with truly is, I can't help but be terrified about what could happen.
Sean, do you want to explain why my house key isn't working?
Oh, that. Simple. I changed all the locks.
Without asking me? How dare you? This is my house.
Actually, this house has been mine since before we even married. We're getting divorced, so of course I needed to go and change all the locks.
Yeah, no, I thought we agreed to talk about this. We're not getting divorced.
What is there to talk about? You were the one who went and cheated on me and basically said I was just some personal ATM for you. As far as I'm concerned, this relationship is over. The only thing to do now is to sign the divorce papers. If you want, we can go see a lawyer, but you're not going to change my mind.
I think you should rethink this.
Why on earth would I do that?
I mean, if you were truly so dead set on getting a divorce, then I guess that's fine. But, well, I feel terrible for bringing this up, but Ken is actually in the mafia, so you might want to rethink the whole divorce thing.
I'm sorry, but you're telling me that you were cheating on me with a member of the mafia?
Yep. Apparently they've been around for generations and their group is pretty big. At least that's what he told me.
Have you ever considered that he was just saying that and that it might be one big lie?
Well, he showed me all of his big weapons and stuff. And he took me to his place of business once and I saw him actually talking to all those big scary people. He's definitely in the mafia.
That seems really dangerous.
I know, cool, right? Besides, Ken says I should try to get more money out of you while I can. I mean, since you're rich and all.
Oh, so your boyfriend is using me as a personal money machine as well, then?
Wait, no, of course not. But when I told him that I was pregnant, he got a little upset. Like, he kept saying there was no way I could be pregnant and denying the baby was his and all that. Honestly, I think he's just a little panicked because he probably doesn't have the money to support this baby. So we basically came up with a plan to get as much money from you as possible to be able to support all of us. It was my idea. Good, right?
Well, aren't you two just a match made in heaven?
Ken has always been a sort of no-nonsense type of person, and super unforgiving too. So if you don't take back the divorce and keep letting me do whatever I want with Ken, then he might just have to get rid of you.
So that's what it's come to?
Yeah. And if you try to blackmail us over his involvement in the mafia, then he'll definitely have to get rid of you.
Do you really think you could get away with this?
It's scary to think about, isn't it? So if I were you, I'd listen to everything I have to say.
I'll just go to the police and tell them what you two are trying to do.
What are you going to tell them? That you were threatened? They'll just laugh you out of the station. And the police have a lot of better things to do than listen to your silly report.
Even if that's the case, I still want a divorce.
I don't even care about the divorce anymore as long as you keep giving me money.
You want me to keep paying for all of your living expenses? You're kidding me, right?
Yeah, I want you to keep funding everything just like before. I mean, I guess it would be a little awkward if we still lived in the same house, so I'll let you keep that while I move in with Ken.
Wait, I'm confused about a couple of things.
And what would that be?
How did you meet your little boyfriend in the first place?
On a dating app, just like everyone else these days. We already lived super close to each other, so it was a really quick match.
And you really trust a stranger you met online when you have no idea who he could be? I mean, you did say that he was in the mafia. How do you know he's not going to try and get rid of you or something the second he gets bored with you?
Easy. If that ever happens, which it won't, I'll just go on the run. Plus, I can just leave the kid with you or something and problem solved. And even though he claims to be in the mafia, I could probably take him if I had to. Or maybe he's just really sweet on me since he likes me so much.
Wow, you really didn't think any of this through well.
I'm gonna spend the night with Ken, but don't forget to make sure to make me a key to the house, okay? It would really suck if I couldn't get in when I needed something.
You really are something else, you know that?
And I should have mentioned this earlier, but make sure not to make a big fuss about all of this, yeah? You're not the only person we have to keep quiet if that happens.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I just mean the other people you're related to, like your mom and dad. And while we're at it, I might as well include your annoying dog on that list. He was always so loud when we went to go visit your parents.
How dare you? You wouldn't threaten poor, innocent people.
If you don't want anything to happen to them, it's simple. You just have to keep sending me money. Let's start with a low $5,000. I expect it to be in my account by tomorrow.
There's no way that I can do that.
Just remember that I have all of your information. I'll expect you to follow through. Talk to you soon. Hello? I just got the divorce papers and alimony notice in the mail at Ken's house. Did you completely forget what we talked about?
Oh, yeah, I put those in there.
What even is this? You're trying to get $30,000 in alimony from me?
I'm just getting the money you basically stole from me. You never felt any remorse for what you did, and you even threatened me, so I thought that this was a fair price.
Are you dense in the head? Ken is in the mafia. The mafia. Do you really want me to get him to get rid of you?
Do it, I dare you.
Oh, I get it. You're like suicidal or something, aren't you? Or maybe you think this whole mafia thing is one big joke.
Of course I do, I'm not stupid.
Well, you must be. If you didn't know this, there are actually tons of mafia groups in this very area.
I don't care, so what?
Whatever, you had your chance. Now I'm definitely gonna just let Ken do whatever he wants to you. And not to mention, I'll make sure he gets you fired from your job and everything too. I would hate to be you right now. You're lucky Ken's out right now, so you have a little bit of time. As soon as he gets back, I'm telling him everything you did.
Great, I'll be waiting to see what he does.
Oh, you are so annoying. I'm sure you used some private investigator or detective or something. If you did, you should already know that Ken is really in the mafia and you're screwed.
A detective? I never once said I used anything like that. Where did you get that idea from?
Then how the hell did you find out my address? Oh, you're not telling me that you actually followed me yourself to find out where I lived. How pathetic is that?
I would never waste my time doing something like that. The person you cheated on me with, his name is Kenneth Walters, right?
See? You did have me followed, you weirdo.
Yeah, no.
Then how do you know any of this?
I work with him. He's a subordinate at my company.
What now?
You know, never in my wildest dreams would I have ever thought that quiet, eats lunch alone Kenneth would do something like this. It's kind of hilarious, actually.
You're joking, right? The same company.
Yeah, in fact, I'm kind of his boss. He reports to me, I mean.
Is it even possible? Oh, I get it. You're messing with me, aren't you?
If you think I'm lying about all of this, you should just ask him yourself. I'm sure he'll tell you the same thing.
Are you really telling the truth? If you are, this entire thing is so screwed up.
You know, in all my years of working with good old Kenneth, I never heard so much as a rumor of him being associated with the Mafia in any way. Are you sure that he wasn't just saying that?
What? I don't know what to believe anymore. Wait a damn minute. How long did you know that he worked for you? And why the hell would you wait so long to mention anything?
Please, I knew this the entire time. I found out when I saw your text messages with Kenneth. I already had him saved as a contact when he used the same iCloud picture.
I can't believe this. What are the odds something like this would happen to me?
Kenneth probably has no idea that the two of us are married. Oh, I can't wait to see the look on his face when he finds out that he's been sleeping with his boss's wife.
You really think he was lying about the Mafia thing? Then those threats I made mean squat.
Not to mention, I'll be letting HR know about this entire situation, since I'm sure it'll be making things awkward at work. Worst case scenario is Kenneth gets fired from his job, but that's not really my problem.
What? No! That can't happen. If Kenneth loses his job and I owe you money, then I'm gonna be broke.
Oh, sucks to be you.
You are a terrible person. Did you think even for 1 second about the new life I'm about to bring into this world? I mean, it is kind of like your son in a way.
A child? I wouldn't worry too much about that. I don't think that child will ever be born.
What are you trying to say?
Let me ask you, how did you use the pregnancy test?
What do you mean? I just used it like normal and then left it on the counter and then it was positive.
And how long did you wait before you looked at the results?
Well, I got distracted by an episode of Friends that was on TV, so I didn't check it until like 3 or 4 hours later.
The wait time for the test is only 3 minutes. So if you leave it for a little while longer than that, then even if it wasn't positive in the first place, the line bleeds to show a positive result.
Is that how it works?
You really couldn't wait just 3 minutes? Wow.
Okay, well, even if that's the case, there's still a chance I could be pregnant. After all, if what you're saying is true, then I never saw the actual results.
Actually, at my last office party, we got into the conversation of marriage.
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with me?
Would you just listen for a second? So the only one who wasn't married and in their 30s was Kenneth. So we were joking and asking if he's been laid recently, and apparently the guy is infertile and can't have kids, which is also why he was having a hard time finding someone to marry.
Excuse me?
So there's no possible way that you can be pregnant with Kenneth's child. Which is also probably why he was so insistent that there was no way you could be pregnant.
You're serious?
You know, it's probably a blessing that someone as irresponsible as you isn't about to become a mother.
Wait, but now I'm actually screwed.
I would say so.
Sean, I am so sorry. It was all a mistake. Not even that big of a mistake if you really think about it. You have to forgive me. Please take me back.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hard pass.
There is no way that I'll be able to pay you $30,000.
You should have thought of that before. Besides, all these years you've just been spending my money, lounging all day in my house. I guess all of your mooching and laziness has finally caught up to you.
Please, Sean. I'm begging you, please forgive me.
It was just a lot easier to do everything around the house myself than to try and get you to do it, so I never said anything.
Come on, Sean.
Well, that's really all I had to say to you. If you wouldn't mind telling Kenneth everything when he gets back, it would be a great help. I have to let my job and your parents know about this whole situation.
Wait, please, no. What if they end up disowning me?
That is not my problem. Honestly, I hope they do. Then maybe you'll finally learn your lesson.
Why do terrible things always happen to me? My life is ruined.
I told my work and both of our parents everything that had been going on with Natalie, Kenneth, and I right away. Just as Natalie predicted, her parents were ashamed of her actions and pretty much disowned her as soon as they found out. With no other place to go and no job prospects, she got a job as a housekeeper in a small hotel right off the highway. They let her live there too, so at least she has a place to stay. I'm sure she'll be able to pay off her debt to me in no time. And when our company heard about the situation, Kenneth was let go from his job as well. After a thorough investigation, apparently he did have ties to the mafia after all. Who would have thought? But he is the lowest of the recruits, so he actually doesn't have any power like he told Natalie he did. The company didn't want to have him as a liability, so ultimately it cost him his job. But I will say that Kenneth's face when he found out that it was my wife he had been having an affair with was priceless. I wish I'd gotten it on video. He literally sat there frozen, jaw dropped for at least 5 minutes. And to pay off his debts, Kenneth had to put up his house, and last I heard, he was having to do some sketchy jobs in order to make some money to scrape by. But if you ask Kenneth, he'll tell you that he's moving on up in the mafia and is actually pretty scary himself. Well, I guess more power to him. After all, it is the path that he chose. As for me, well, the divorce finally went through and I'm more than happily focused on my job. It's not so bad being married to my job, better than the alternative.